Austin, Texas-based Base Power is an electricity company that aims to provide affordable energy to its customers, and it says it's signed some new partnerships that help advance that mission. Joining me now is its co-founder and COO, Justin Lopas. Justin, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you for having me.
So what is Base Power?
Yeah, so we're an energy technology company. So we design and manufacture energy storage devices. We then install them on single family homes, and then we own and operate them alongside our partners that are utilities to support the grid. So we charge when there's excess abundant energy, raising the floor of the demand, and then we discharge during peak times to lower that peak demand and utilize the existing grid infrastructure far more effectively, all while lowering costs and adding reliability for homeowners. So the battery acts kind of like a backup generator for the home. When the power goes out, the homeowner they get everything in the battery for their access. And when the grid is up and running, we're using it to support the grid.
So what differentiates you from other energy companies?
Yeah, so we're a distributed energy company. So most battery developers will go buy or build shipping container sized batteries. They'll buy some farmland, they'll put those batteries on that farmland, and then they will wait many, many years in the interconnection queue to get that connected into the grid. We do it in a far different manner. We take that big battery and we chop it up into a bunch of little pieces. We put it at the edge of the grid, co-located with a load, so on the home. And also, we own and operate the batteries. So instead of selling them to the homeowner, as a traditional battery company that sells to homes would, we don't charge the homeowner almost anything. It's just a few $100s instead of the tens of thousands of dollars that most batteries typically cost, because again, we continue to own and operate that battery, and that battery is used 99 point whatever percent of the time supporting the grid, and just those handful of hours or days a year, it's used to support the home in an event of a backup.
All right, and you announced partnerships with El Paso and CoServ. Break those down for us.
Yeah, so we have two different business models. One is in the retail choice areas. We're a retailer. These are in the regulated parts of the state of Texas, as well as most of the rest of the country. Is a vertically integrated, regulated utility model. And so these partnerships are ones where we partner with the utility. We go to the homeowner together and we say, hey, we'd like to give you a battery at almost no cost, and that battery will back you up if the grid is off for whatever reason. But more importantly, the utility gets to use it to support their day-to-day operations, to reduce their peak loads, and to add capacity to their existing infrastructure. So we're so thankful to be working with El Paso out in West Texas, CoServ in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We just today announced a 100 megawatt deal with them. And these are forward-thinking utilities that are looking at their systems, and they're looking to add capacity quickly, and they're coming to us because we can add that capacity quickly, reliably, and most importantly, affordably for them and the homeowners that they serve.
And speaking of Texas, you just opened a new factory where you're based, Austin, Texas.
That's right.
Tell me what's going on there.
Yeah, so the batteries that I'm speaking of that we put on tens of thousands of homes throughout the state today, those come out of our factory. Our factory is just across the street from our office near downtown Austin in the old Austin American Statesman building, the old printing press. It's a very historic site. We're so thankful to have been able to utilize it and build our factory there. But we're building battery modules, battery packs, and our power electronics that convert all the energy to go in and out of the battery, all there. And we're hiring across the board for folks in the factory, our manufacturing engineers. A lot of the equipment that we've developed inside of the factory is custom and ours. And so it's a really vertically integrated approach. We design and manufacture, we install, and then we own and operate.
And why did you decide to get into the energy business?
Yeah, it's always been an interest of mine, and there's, energy is really the foundation of so much. The big, discussions and talking points today around AI, and certainly energy is the bottleneck, and the grid we think is the bottleneck to AI. But more importantly, what we find, and this is, there's many studies on this, that the more energy that a society is able to, produce, transmit, and consume, the higher the standard of living. And so our real, model at the end of the day is increasing the amount of energy that humans and Americans and Texans can consume. We're doing that with our distributed energy technology, and we'll continue to expand into other energy technologies and other business models over time.
And I understand there has been an increased demand for energy, not only because of AI data centers, but things like climate change, and there's other factors. What do you think about the grid? Do you think there is enough energy?
Well, no, we have a very large deficit from what we could pull from the grid to what we actually can. AI is definitely driving a lot of that. There's a very large increase there. But even just electric vehicles, heating and cooling being electrified, electrification of heavy industry and steel and such. It's sort of the Jevons paradox issue that we see, which is as you add more supply, you get more demand because there's more new use cases for that energy. Also, if you look at the AI race with China and other countries around the world, we are far behind China from a total energy generation and transmission and distribution capacity perspective, and so we need to keep up. And hopefully at Base Power we're able to play a small and increasingly large part in that story. But no, to answer your question, more energy is definitely needed both on the generation and increasingly on the ability to actually get the energy to where it's going on the transmission and distribution side, which is really what we're focused on today.
What is your hope for Base Power in 2026?
Well, we hope to sign more partnerships and do work with more utilities both in and out of Texas. We're also expanding our factories. We're increasing our production rate and developing more batteries and installing more of them. Right, we have an increasingly large workforce that we're so thankful to have alongside us, helping to install these systems throughout the state and again outside of Texas. And we'll also start looking at new products outside of just the residential energy storage systems that we're currently building today, and again expand that kind of energy platform company plan that we have.
Great. Justin Lopas, co-founder and COO of Base Power, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.